let's talk about the goalkeepers at Manchester United. Now, there's been a lot of talk recently that United have some form of goalkeeping crisis due to the fact that Bayındır can't catch a cross, Andre Onana can't catch a cross, and Tom Heaton is 39. So, the solution? They bought a new goalkeeper. Lammens came in from Royal Antwerp, and the first piece of business for Lammens was the fact that it's the Manchester derby this weekend. So it became a choice of three, realistically. I don't know why Tom Heaton isn't given a chance, but maybe because he's 39. It was a choice of three. It was Lammens, it was Onana, and it was Bayındır. Now, since then, Onana has gone out on loan to Trabzonspor, or however you say it, which now makes the whole situation a bit more simpler. It is Bayındır or it's Lammens. Now, the question basically falls down to, do you throw in the 23-year-old straight into the fire in possibly the biggest, if one of the biggest games of the season, the Manchester derby? Or do you go with the goalkeeper that isn't really as reliant as the one you've apparently brought in, or the one you have brought in, to usher in the goalkeeper that you've brought in to be the number one? My personal opinion is that trial by fire doesn't always work with players. However, when I've seen things, interviews, little bits of Lammens and journalists speaking about Lammens, they all seem to say the same thing, and it is that he is so cool under pressure and so relaxed about how he is and of his goalkeeping situation that I don't think he would be bothered about the pressure. I genuinely think that Lammens should be the number one from the get-go. Usher that in with the fact that if you look at the defensive back line, so the back three that we normally have, the only player that's been out for international duty that I know of is Matthijs de Ligt. And he's not played a lot of games. He played a bit of the second game for Netherlands. So you can basically swap in Maguire for de Ligt, and you can still have the assurance and the understanding between the back three and the goalkeeper set. You have a week and a half or so to set that. I think he came in, it would have been 1st of September, so you've had about a week and a half, maybe a bit more, to set him in. So I think that as long as they have that kind of understanding of when Lammens is going to come for crosses, for example, or when he's going to claim, they know how he plays and they know how, or he knows how they play. I think you give him less risk. I know that the derby is a big game, and United overall in the last number of seasons, going back to, since Pep Guardiola has been at City, they have a fairly decent record at the Etihad. Obviously, we have the Pogba double with the Smalling winner. We had the 2 goals in the COVID era with Martial and Shaw. We also had the winner last year with Ahmad. So we have a decent record at City. Couple that with the fact that City are not playing fantastically. They have weakness. They were exploited against Spurs. They were also exploited against Brighton. Now, there could be a backlash with the international break coming back. Obviously, everyone coming back. They could be ready to go and firing and raring to absolutely obliterate United. It will depend on how they play, but I don't think that will be the case. I think that United will play a very decent structured game, and part of that structure will be putting in the cool, calm and collected 23-year-old goalkeeper. I think if you put in Bayındır for this game, I think it will be a mistake. Purely on the basis that I don't trust Bayındır. I've seen the stats, and it's one that's gone around a little bit, that Bayındır has faced 20 shots as a United goalkeeper. In his entire United goalkeeping career, he's conceded 12 goals. That's an abysmal save rate. So, and you add that to the fact that Lammens last season had the most saves of any goalkeeper in Europe. I know obviously he was at Royal Antwerp and it's the Belgian league and the quality would have not been the quality of the Premier League. But he's still, I think, more reliable from at this point than Bayındır. So I would personally go with Lammens and I would throw him into the fire because I think he's just too calm and collected for it to affect him or have any sort of influence on him. I think he will succeed. Now, this could all bite me in the ass come next week, and we could have put him in, we could have made several mistakes, and we could have lost 3-0. But you don't know until you put him in. You've got to put him in. I think that it would be a mistake to put him Bayındır, and I would personally go with Lammens. What do you guys think? Let me know, guys, in the comments, who would you go for the derby, and who would you go for going forward? Would you bring in Lammens from the get-go? Would you keep Bayındır in and maybe usher in Lammens a bit later on in the season? Let me know, guys, what you think in the comments. Like this video if you have, subscribe if you are new. Until next time, guys, take care.